On this episode of Fun with Cars, first we're going to fix a broken shock for a rattling noise in the back, and then we're going to replace the shocks. This is the good side. We're going to get this jacked up, take the wheel off, and then we'll get the shock out so we can take it to the auto parts store and hopefully match something up. Jacked up in the middle of the frame, I'm going to rotate the front tire to the back, vice versa, and I got the wheel off the ground so we can take the wheel off. Alright, I got the top nut off with a 19mm wrench with a little heat. That nut is off, the washer is off the top. The bottom was a 17mm bolt. 17mm bolt. I got the left side out too. That's a little dust shield. I don't know why they put that on there, but that's what's on there. It's a 10mm bolt on the back of this one. Those might not be there when we're done. Anyways, something is... Oh, what are we missing? Oh, the top of the shock broke off. That's why it was rattling in there. So, the shock actually still feels like it's got some resistance. Could go caveman and weld a new threaded end on it. Put some bushings on it and extend it, but we're going to try to find some shocks to replace the factory shocks with new, but for a different model. So we're going to find a shock that's the right length and stroke and mount to make that happen. We'll take it to the auto parts store. Length or extended length from the top of the threads to the eyelet center is about 20 inches. However, that stop is about 3 inches down, so I would say the extended length of the shock is 17 inches. If you're counting from this point to the center, it would be 18 inches if you're counting from here to the base. The shocks, one's a little different than the other. One broke off the top. We're going to weld on new threads. Well, Mr. Porsche is driving up and down the road here, getting ready to paint that baby. That's what we're going to fix right now. I'm going to put the good one back in, patch up this one, and order a new shock. Shock repair 101. Just welded a bolt to the top to connect it to the top of the vehicle where it sheared off. So just got to get by for a few days till the new shock comes in. You know, this shock still has some oil in it, still has some resistance. This will just stop it from rattling around or breaking. It's not pretty, but I think it's going to hold in there just for a few days. Alright, the temporary shock is back in place. New bushings. So, yeah, shouldn't rattle anymore. Purchased rear shocks from Million Parts. Part number interchange is 37157565002. They were about $37 plus tax for a pair of rear shocks. I believe they fit a Toyota, and this is the shocks that I'm using on my 2009 Kia Borrego. Notable differences right away. The top bolt is thinner than the original. These are gas charged. This does not feel gas charged, or the gas is leaked out. So that's one positive so far, is the gas charge factor. And I still have the band on, so the length is a little different. Note for installation purposes, this bushing, there's two of them. The before on the passenger side. Alright, with a snap of my finger, the old shock will be out, and the new shock will be in. New shock installed. I did undercoat in here, try to keep the rust at bay in the northeast here. We're in the rust belt, so put the new shock in. I used some rust converter and sprayed it with some undercoating. The bottom bolt is a 17mm head. The new shock's 14mm wrench will fit it. The only way I can think of comparing this is by going over bumps here. So I'll do the This is with the old rear shocks. I don't know if this is even going to be... That was at 45 miles an hour. This is after installing the new shocks. Roughly 45 miles an hour of the same bump. See how it feels. It feels solid already. See how it goes. Right here. Oh, no doubt better. I don't know if it's better because of new shocks or better because they're gas charged. Could be both. Right here. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe and share.